Fight Live returns to Channel 5 this Friday. Two of Britain's most exciting super lightweights collide at London's legendary York Hall. Don't miss Eubank vs Farrell this Friday on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Joe P for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast here at Camden Boxing Club with DMITRY SALITA. How are you, DMITRY?
I'm great. Love being in the UK, love the boxing fans, love the media. Great turnout, great quotes. Looking forward to Saturday night.
100%. Let's get straight to it then. A massive opportunity for your charge, Jermaine Franklin. Kind of long awaited. He said he's been patiently waiting for that big fight, and that big fight is coming Saturday night against Whyte. His return fight after the disappointment of the Tyson Fury loss. But a fantastic opportunity for your guy.
Well, it's disappointing for Whyte, but you know, I think everyone knew the outcome. It's Jermaine's fight to win. I believe that Dillian is just a bit on the other side of the peak of his career. Jermaine Franklin is a young, hungry guy, wants to prove himself, wants to be the elite in the heavyweight division, and certainly this win is going to get him there. I mean, talk of him fighting Anthony Joshua has hyped him up. He's very excited about it, and he's going to come to fight in the best possible way on Saturday night, and I believe he's going to be the victor.
How pleased are you then that you're finally getting a big fight for Jermaine, and do you think it's going to be his stage to really set his name alight in the heavyweight scene?
I believe it's the right time for him in his career. This is the time when he's mentally, physically, and emotionally prepared for it. He's very hungry for the fight. So very happy that I was able to deliver this opportunity for him. You know, boxing should be an inclusive sport, not exclusive, because you know all the different platforms and networks are exclusive, but we have to work with each other to make the biggest and the best fights for the sport of boxing. And I work with everybody to give my fighters the best opportunity and to give the boxing fans the best fights, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to service our fighters and to improve the sport of boxing and give the boxing fans the biggest and the best fights. So even though Whyte I believe is taking Jermaine very lightly, I believe that he thinks that he's just a guy with a good record. But he's going to find out different on Saturday night. I believe that after the third round is Jermaine Franklin's fight to win. I believe that Jermaine has a great chance to score a knockout victory somewhere between the 5th and the 10th round. And we'll see what happens when Whyte hits Jermaine and gets hit back with 4 or 5 punches. And when he hits Jermaine and Jermaine takes the punches and comes right back. And if that happens over and over again, I believe that after the third round, Whyte gets sloppy, his punch resistance goes down, and Jermaine is going to put on a great show in front of a sold-out UK crowd.
Just spoke to Jermaine, and he said that he believes that Dillian was trying to get in his head in that face-off. He said that's just normal tactics to him. It doesn't faze him. Do you feel like Dillian's disrespected Jermaine into the lead up to this? You said that you think he's taken him very lightly.
Has he disrespected him? I don't think he's disrespected him. I haven't seen him say anything bad. Like I said before, it's part of the sport, part of the business that the fighters have to be competitive, and obviously he should believe in his chances to win. The face-off was okay. I don't think it got really personal. You know, Jermaine, it was good for Jermaine because he got a chance to sit next to him, to feel his energy. And, you know, as a former boxer, when we used to go to amateur tournaments, and as a pro, when you go to the weigh-in, you feel the energy of the fighter and you evaluate himself. And I believe that served Jermaine very good because it's an experience that he didn't have. This is a very big fight experience for him, something he didn't experience before. So coming so up close and personal for Jermaine with Whyte is very good for him, and only improves his chances to win.
Obviously, you're over here in the UK. Last time you was here, it was a very successful trip for you. Obviously, Caressa Shields victorious over Savannah Marshall in that mega fight. Just taking time to reflect on such a fantastic night for boxing.
Amazing. I believe that it is the most significant sporting event, one of the most significant sporting events of 2022. It's something that's going to be remembered for decades to come. Did incredible for women's sports. The most watched sporting event on Sky ever, women's sporting event on Sky ever, and second biggest watched boxing night since 2014, man or woman. That's incredible. In front of 20,000 fans, away from home, kicked butt and took care of business in the most fantastic way. And much respect to Savannah Marshall because she brought out the best in Clarissa Shields and fought a great fight. And respect to the UK boxing fans because first they were rooting for their girl Savannah, but after the fight they were rooting for Clarissa and were showing her the respect that she deserved. And I believe that they recognized that they're in the presence of greatness. Clarissa is a great athlete, one of the greatest of this generation, and one of the greatest social influencers through the sport of boxing. And I believe that she's going to make further her story, possibly with fights with Jonas and Terry Harper, and maybe even a rematch with Savannah Marshall down the road.
Last one then, because we're being chucked out of the gym here. But if you could make one fight for Clarissa next, because it feels like she reached that pinnacle, but where next can she go?
Well, I believe that for Clarissa, location is also important. So obviously a fight with Tasha Jones to see the brackets can also be significant. For her to fight in the Middle East, for her to fight in Africa will be very powerful because of what she represents and where she comes from and who she is will be quite special. So I believe not only the fights but also the location will make a lot of will be very powerful for our next event or for our next events.
Excellent. Dimitri, thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV today and see you throughout the week. Hope you enjoy your stay in London.
I love London. I love boxing in the UK, and I'm going to get dinner at one of my favorite kosher restaurants called Delicatessen.
Shout out to that restaurant. Cheers, Dimitri. See you again soon.
Thank you.
Whyte Live returns to Channel 5 this Friday. Two of Britain's most exciting super lightweights collide at London's legendary York Hall. Don't miss Eubank versus Farrell this Friday on Channel 5.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife and saying completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.